Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri N. Kruparani Garu, Honorable Minister for Information Technology, Shri Ponna Lakshmi Garu, Honorable Minister for Revenue Relief and Rehabilitation, Shri Raghuveera Reddy Garu, senior officials from state and central governments, members from industry and media. It gives me a great pleasure to be here today among the key stakepersons of e-governance to discuss the strategic inventions necessary for accelerating the governance across the country. It is befitting that this conference is being held in Andhra Pradesh, which has always been at the forefront of e-governance initiatives in the country. I am pleased to state that e-governance movement has reached new heights under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister N. Kruparani Garu. I would like to take this August gathering back to the times when only means of communication available were long-distance trunk calls, which had to be booked in advance, available only at a few. However, the age of communication dawned in India with the taking over leadership of our country by a young and dynamic Prime Minister, Shri Rajiv Gandhi, who had the vision of taking India forward in the 21st century and who, with his farsightedness and vision, could envisage the IT and communications would be the very means by which the country would move forward. With this vision and the guiding principles of some of his able advisors, Shri Rajiv Gandhi brought the country forward on the sure road to a technology of driven modern India. Growth, governance and people's welfare are closely interlinked and depend to a large extent on how effective a nation puts knowledge to productive use and generation of wealth. Knowledge-based industries have emerged as a major source of generation of wealth, and ICT has been front-runner in this process. While India is a leading country in IT sector globally, the benefits of the internet revolution have not yet fully percolated to the everyday life of the common man. This is particularly true for those living in the rural areas. In order to strengthen and enhance the position as the global ITES hubs and to use IT as an engine for rapid, inclusive, sustainable growth in the national economy, my ministry has recently notified the National IT Policy 2012. Some of the key objectives of this policy are to increase revenues of IT and ITES sector of $300 billion by 2020, to make at least one individual in every household illiterate, and to provide for mandatory delivery, affordable access to all public services in electronic mode. E-governance is the forefront of our development agenda. The Government of India is committed to provide efficient and transparent delivery of public services to all the citizens at their doorsteps, alleviating poverty, improving education, health, and trade and investment. As you are aware, the National E-Governance Plan strives to make public services accessible to the common man in his locality through common service delivery outlets and ensure efficiency, transparency, and reliability of such services. The plan would especially be very relevant for all citizens, particularly those living in rural areas, and has the potential to transform the socio-economic landscape of our rural India. I am happy to share with you the fact that today over 800 crore e-transactions are happening across the country every month, enabling faster delivery of government services such delivery is being facilitated by 95,000 common services centers that are front-end delivery points for government, private and social services, and provide access to education, telemedicine, public services and financial services to unreached sections of the society. On the basis of digitally signed statutory certificates, for which the citizens had to face a lot of hardship in the past. It speaks volumes of his leadership that such a complex task has been achieved, and the MeSeva project has been extended all over the state through 4,500 CSCs in a span of less than 1 year. The success of CSC scheme would require partnerships with not only key schemes to programs like NEGP, NREGP, SSA, NRHM, but also involvement of the commitment of state governments to ensure the services are e-enabled for delivery at CSCs. I am happy to note that Andhra Pradesh is again showing the way in which the integration is possible. This assisted access model is priority area to enable meaningful participation of a large number of rural people in the use of internet. This is critical because of challenges posed not only by illiteracy but also by information illiteracy. To enable increased participation of common men in design, development and implementation of e-governance projects, my ministry has notified the citizen engagement framework to facilitate incorporation of priorities of the common men in e-governance projects. Such an involvement would also lead to empowerment of people, especially those who reside in rural and far-flung areas. Perhaps the most important challenge towards enabling a solution on such a large scale is to review the issues related to access, broadband access, access to technology, access to content. This is no easy matter, especially in India, which is diverse in both geography and demography. We are also committed to leveraging the mobile technologies for enhancing access. We have notified the mobile governance framework in February this year, and today over 130 departments are providing 115 services through the short codes 166 and 51969 across the country. For bridging the digital divide, especially in rural areas, building infrastructure is indispensable. In addition, any creation of infrastructure should be accompanied by education on ways of using internet. In the 12th five-year plan, education and literacy are our high priorities. To enable exchange of knowledge and research, we have created the National Knowledge Network, which envisages connecting all R&D centers, universities, colleges, and gig-back network. NKN will not only improve the level of knowledge sharing among the various agencies, but also facilitate the evolution of cost-effective and more meaningful technology-enabled solutions for addressing the challenges of poverty alleviation, gender empowerment, education, and environment sustainability. Inclusive development is an imperative. The Government of India is committed to build a citizen-centric and development-oriented information society where everyone can create, access, utilize and share information, the knowledge in seamless manner to achieve full potential in promoting sustainable development, thereby improving the quality of life. In the end, I would like to call upon all to join hands and ensure that we are able to take our national e-governance plan projects to their logical conclusion and ensure efficient delivery of e-services to improve governance and make life easier and better for the common person. I look forward to meaningful discussions at the conference and hope that these deliberations would further help us for fine-tuning our various efforts at e-governance. Thank you.